Hi guys, it's Josiah back again. Welcome to another YouTube video. Today we're just gonna get straight into it. We're gonna be talking about how we use LinkedIn to book an extra 20 to around 30 qualified calls a month, and the exact strategy, framework, software stack, tracking, kind of outreach, the whole kind of shebang we're going to be covering in this video. We're going to, like I said, we're going to go through no BS. We're going to tell you how it goes straight. We're going to tell you the strategies that, of course, you may pay to do on other courses, but we're literally going to tell you how it's been working for us and the exact things that we do for ourselves and our clients to produce these results. Now, the main video, like I said, we're going to be talking about software stack, profile optimization, traffic, outreach / targeting, KPIs / kind of tracking as well, and lastly our booking strategies to actually get a prospect into a lead and a lead into a booking. Okay, so in terms of the main software stack, for outreach we use GetLeer. So GetLeer is more of it's like Expandy, so it's like an outreach tool that you can use. But the reason why we use GetLeer is for the AI feature, where we can essentially give an AI kind of complement to the prospect before initiating the outreach. And what this does for us is increases kind of the likelihood of them accepting our initial request. So for content scheduling, we use Hype Theory. That just kind of gives you ideas on what to use as well. That's why I really like it. So it kind of gives you content ideas on what to post. And then we also use Sales Navigator for more of the targeting as well. Now, for profile optimization, people really hate this part. I don't even know why. It's easy. It can take you literally 30 minutes if you've got a profile picture ready to go. So the banner we use kind of Canva. So we just put we help Y get X in Z time without W. So without pain or without anything that's causing them issues. Profile picture really kind of simple. So a clear headshot of yourself, making sure that you're not drunk or something, etc. Nice, with a nice little suit or a nice shirt. Then kind of the bio is, like I said, the same as the banner. So we help Y get Z in Z time without W. About, kind of the about section. So your background, a short story about yourself, what you do, who you work with, and how to contact you. So rather, of course, email me or drop me a message below. And then traffic. So we actually need to get people to look at this kind of funnel. So imagine your LinkedIn page as a funnel, and we want eyeballs to be on this as much as possible. So what I suggest is doing 1 to 2 posts a day. So start off with 1 if this is kind of new to you, and then move up to 2 once you kind of start getting momentum and you start having a system around it. And I really kind of suggest you to do a long form and a short form type of post and really try out, because we found with some niches long form really work with a picture of yourself or about the subject, and then another niche short form works just to get kind of the heads up in your prospects feed to make sure you're always there and you're always someone they're going to be looking at. And also, this is something that no one ever talks about, is commenting 10 to 20 on 10 to 20 people's posts per day. And this increases awareness, because when you comment on other people's posts, their kind of friends or their connections are able to see you, your prospect able to see that you're engaging with other people in the industry, and then people just be curious to see what's going on your profile. And then once you kind of get a steady kind of habit of doing this, every single day, and now we can really start looking into kind of the outreach system we use for LinkedIn. So the outreach, firstly, it starts off with the targeting. Now, with the targeting, we really want to go hyper personalized targeting list. The reason why, because we're only allowed to send around 20 to 30 messages a day on LinkedIn, we want to make sure that list is rock solid. And the way we do that is getting really clear on the ICP. So location, employee size, job title, industry, keywords. The aim is only to have around 1,000 to 2,000 leads maximum, because you really want to narrow down on who we're talking to. And most importantly about this kind of LinkedIn, we only want to message people that have posted on LinkedIn in the last 30 days. So do not have changed job in the last 90 days. We want people that are actively on LinkedIn. The reason why it really kind of gets our kind of conversions up in terms of booking, in terms of positive replies, and we want to be talking to people that are actively using this channel or this kind of platform to communicate with others. And then outreach. Outreach is really, really simple in terms of it. What I see a lot of people doing wrong is kind of a long form, really just doing so much to the prospect and expecting them to read like a whole paragraph before they haven't even met you yet, and you expect them to read a whole paragraph about yourself. So the outreach is in like 3 simple steps. So essentially, step 0 is optional, but that's where we kind of get Leah against all the other softwares we use. So Get Leah does like a complement, like a using like AI complement. So what it does is it'll go to the prospect's profile, it'll look at any like volunteering work, any like recommendations, etc., and it'll do up like a nice complement for that prospect and send it with kind of the connection reply. The connection request. So once the prospect has connected with you, you just want to say hi, first name, just curious, would you be interested in offer? We want to keep this short and kind of simple, just so we can get a reply, yes or no, if it's worth us following up. The second one would just be like a bump, hi, did you see my last message, or a name call out. This is what I've used personally. It's just kind of name question mark. The reason why, we just want to be kind of straight up front and sound a bit more like a human, like we're not trying to waste their time, we're not trying to waste our time, and really be a bit upfront with it. And the third one is just a short case study saying, hi, we've just helped X achieve Y in X time. Do you mind if I send you more information about the above? And the reason why we keep on a 3 kind of step is just so we can actually start reaching out to newer prospects. So let's say you got 30 outreaches maximum a day. You don't want to be around half of them or 60% of them being follow-ups. So that's why we keep it on a 3 step. And really the reason behind, and the kind of the psychology behind the short case study, is when they do come back to the text, they can see that, of course, proof of your offer actually works and someone in that industry. And about your offer as well, if they looked at the first message. Now, when we go down to kind of the KPIs, so the KPIs acceptance rate is around 40 to 60%. That's the KPIs that we kind of tend for. And positive reply rate is around 25 to 35 on LinkedIn, and booking rate is about 10 to 20. So for every 100 connections you send, you want to run, for every 10 connections you send, you run around 1 booking. Now, these KPIs are really dependent on the niche that you're going with. Is the niche really on that platform, or are they in other platforms such as that? Like e-com doesn't work as good on LinkedIn, but other niches may work more like B2B. So really look down the KPIs and kind of the mindset behind the KPIs. So let's say you're getting a low acceptance rate. So let's say 20 acceptance rates, but you're getting a high booking rate. I will still consider that a really good KPI, because the booking rate is actually on a higher kind of priority than the acceptance rates. So when you're thinking about KPIs, really keep that in mind, that what are we actually aiming for? We're aiming for more bookings on our calendar. So that should be kind of the KPI that we put in the highest priority. And then tracking. So tracking, you can use a spreadsheet. Mainly, I'll say use a spreadsheet. I don't really know anything else so that you can track it. You can use Get Leah. It helps you track it as well. Get Leah actually gives you like a weekly report. But also I suggest tracking it yourself day by day, just to make sure the numbers still match. So you're tracking the connections, the positive replies, and the bookings. Now, in order to get bookings, the way we kind of, so now the prospect has replied positively to you. So let's do like some hyperized kind of situation here. So the prospect has replied positive to you. What do you do next? Now, this is kind of the strategy that we go to turn a lead to an actual booking. So first we start off with 2 qualifying questions. That is basically to see if you're a good fit if they're a good fit for your service, and you essentially also kind of helps them see you as a real human being. Because if you're asking questions, they're going to be thinking that you're interested in their business and really are showing interest in terms of course a mutual agreement. Now then, once they've answered the 2 qualifying questions correct, you're going to ask permission for the call. Like I said, in terms of the strategy we're on LinkedIn is a really soft strategy, and we want to make sure that we're having like a normal conversation, not like a straight sales. We're having to build a normal conversation, but at the same time leading it to a sales call. And that's where you can ask permission for a call. Hi, so for example, hi John, for everything you said, I'm confident we can help you. We can help you scale. Would you be open for a 15-minute chat where I can show you how we can help you scale? Yes or no? He's going to say yes, and then you're going to be like, that's great. Do you mind if I send over my Calendly link? The reason, again, we want to make sure the prospect is a bit committed from their side to having a call with you. And then once they send over the Calendly link, you're going to just say, of course, you're also going to reconfirm that you received it. So after you send the calendar link, you're going to be just, hey, heads up, let me know once you've booked so I can check from my side. And then once you've checked and it's kind of reconfirm, you can reconfirm as well. And the reconfirm after they've kind of booked in, saying like, hi, John, just got it from my side. Look forward to speaking to you on Thursday or on Friday, whenever he's booked. The reason we say that is to actually kind of get them kind of committed to that call itself. So because you reconfirmed it and you've told him, I'm looking forward to seeing you on that date, they're going to be thinking of, oh, my days, I actually need to show up, because he's kind of holding me accountable to that date, and which can increase show up rates. And these are a few extras. So these are a few extras that we've used before. So voice notes work really, really well. They're less scalable, I would say, but if you're really starting off and you've got a lot of time on your hands, voice note, I would suggest using voice note. Of course, you can do it two ways. You can do it as the first message, or you can do it as more of a follow-up as well. And then another follow-up as well that you can use is commenting on other people's posts. Now, I would kind of give you a caveat to LinkedIn. It is really, really much as like a follow-up game. So follow-up in this kind of platform is king, because you're talking to busy people. They don't have time to, of course, always look at their phone, etc. So you need to follow up as much as possible. So comment on their post if they haven't talked to you. Also share posts with them. So if you have a good post, share it with them, saying, hi, I might think that you find this valuable. And another thing I want to say as well is LinkedIn, after 1,000 connections I've seen, everything just goes up. I don't know why, but I really think it's essentially because of the social proof. So once you, of course, do a connection with someone, they knowing that a lot of people are connected with you, they must be like, why are a lot of people connecting with you? What is kind of the main thing about you that a lot of people ain't connected with me? And what do you know that I don't know? And that's why I was saying that this is kind of like, it's kind of like a compound game. So after you hit like 2,000, 3,000 connections, that's when you're really going to start hitting the highs, and your KPIs without you doing anything is just magically going to go up. And lastly is just kind of GIFs. So in terms of that, what you can use is, of course, like a skeleton one, like a Kermit the Frog one as well, just to give a bit more humor. I don't really use this as much, but I know people have had really good success with it. And if this kind of sounds interesting in terms of like generating more appointments via LinkedIn, we also use LinkedIn and email to generate our client around 10 to 20 qualified appointments per month on like a pay performance basis. What you can do is, if you want to work with us directly, there's a link in kind of the description below, and that's to just book a call with myself or my team, and then we're just going to walk you through if this is something like a right fit for you, kind of the process we use, and if it sounds like we're a good fit for each other, we'll explain to you how our agency works, and then you never know, you might be the next case studies that we put over here. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got like any questions, put them down below. I'm happy to answer any questions. But yeah, kind of the main thing is just go back, make sure you implement this in your current strategy, make sure you're really posting every single day, doing your 20 to 30 outreaches, commenting on other people's posts, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and take care.